Tonight, we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Russell. On the take, count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The speed of Russell on full display. Love watching him turn on the jets and get to the cup.
Pass to Buzelis. From deep, Giddey. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Ball. Herter from long range. And the Bulls get it back. Vucevic, another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go. Claxton finds Thomas. Back to Claxton. Outside Russell. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. The Bulls have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled into every crowd.
And Brooklyn with possession here. The Bulls making their last shot. Williams misses.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. A deep three from Ball. Offline with a 3. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside. To the inside. Here's Johnson. And that one's good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Ball against Russell. Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic with it. And the power finish by Vucevic.
And he's within range. Vuce is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Counted from distance. Russell's got 5 now.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Now Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
You gotta love the response by Vuce. That's how you get your revenge.
And a deep 3 from Russell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Chicago leading.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Russell to pass to Williams.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Now here's Ball. Launches it. Rebounded by Johnson. Outside Russell. Williams. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Russell against Ball. To the middle. Stolen by Russell. Let's go with a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Buzelis. Finished off the break.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
The shot by Russell, no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Chicago making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Clowney comes in for Johnson. Now here's Herder. Still no points. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Russell, that's good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Herder can't hit. Brooklyn trailing. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Herder. Well, Chicago's shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Connects from downtown. Ball's got 5 now.
Mega shot there from the coffin corner. It is fun to watch Ball shoot those and knock them down.
Williams with the screen. The 3 from Russell. They get it back. Here's Sharp. Second shot opportunity. Can't capitalize inside. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And so in the game for the Nets, Cam Thomas out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Johnson, then there's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the 4. Pass to Clowney. Back to Johnson. Sinks that one from the post. Johnson's got his first basket of the night. Chicago leading by 4. Outside White. Stolen by Melton. Here we go. Pulls up for 3. Hits the trifecta. Melton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Pass to Buzelis. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
Clowney can't get it to go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And Richard, in a league where shooting has never been more valuable, it's great to have a player like Kevin Herder.
And he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. Matter of fact, he's probably best when he's moving off the ball and causing confusion. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
For Chicago, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. There's Herder with the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. From deep, Melton on target from range. Melton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's White. Pass to Smith. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Martin comes in for Thomas.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor.
It's stolen by Johnson.
Nicholas Claxton.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
And Martin comes to help. Here's White. And a nice finish on the layup.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Johnson on the wing, defended by Horton Tucker. And Claxton throws it down.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. And Claxton throws it down.
Assisted by
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. White for three. Knocks down the triple. White's got 5 now.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Clowney, good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Good work there as it goes. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Back to Melton. Here's Claxton. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Kept alive. Here's Martin. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. Gordon Tucker on the wing, covered by Johnson. Here's Buzelis. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. It could go. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Brooklyn out in front, up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
They've got Trey Jones, Zach Collins out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's DeSumo, and it's Terry in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Brooklyn leading by 8. Puts up a 3. Clowney can't get it to go. Well, Chicago's shooting at about 44% so far. Collins. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Russell, the pass to Sharp. Back to Russell. Oh, sweet move. The rebound by Terry.
And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
DeSumo for 3. Drops in the 3.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Bulls trail by 3. Outside Jones. Outside Williams. Shot from the wing. Brooklyn with the board. Harden's got 4 rebounds now. Johnson passes to Martin. Back to Johnson. The 3 ball. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. DeSumo outside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Terry. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's Russell driving in, and the bucket is good. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Jones drives in. Sumu outside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Nets. Sharp's got 5 rebounds in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Williams driving to the basket.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Yeah, a high-profile score since high school. I mean, you have to be impressed with Russell's ability to generate points.
Jones from outside. And it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got 5 rebounds in the game. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. Martin, the pass to Russell. Back to Martin. Pass to Sharp. Now Johnson. 4 on the clock. There's the triple. And the Nets, another 3.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Jones, the pass to Williams. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Terry. Here's Collins. DeSumo outside. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. DeSumu's got 9 points.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Martin, left side. Here's the 3. They grab their own miss. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson a screen on Jones. Back to Johnson. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Williams from long range. And so it's Brooklyn leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass. Flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. DeAnthony Melton out there with Cameron Thomas. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Johnson. And it's Clowney in at the 4. Melton finds Thomas. Outside Johnson. Melton outside. Pass to Thomas. 3-pointer. The shot won't fall. Bulls trail by 4. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's Buzelis. There's the 3. The rebound by Melton.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Clowney. Melton on the wing. Up and in on the layup. And the Nets lead by 6.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The 3 from Ball. Brooklyn pulls it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Melton up top, hounded by Ball. Pass to Clowney. Here's Thomas. Got it. And it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Bulls. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense. Good at knowing when to take initiative.
Thomas against Herter. Melton with a screen on Herter. Thomas passes to Claxton. And here's Thomas. Back to Claxton. Oh, got a piece of it. Vucevic with a steal. Herter from long range. Here's Giddey. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
No question, it's a big impact play. Credit to him for working hard to find that opportunity.
For Brooklyn, Johnson, he's checked in for Claxton, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Bulls trail by 4.
Cameron Johnson. D'Angelo Russell.
Ball with it. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Ball. Tries to keep it alive. Stolen by Russell. Now here's Melton. For 3. Tipped.
2 minutes remaining.
This one for 3.
2 minutes.
The shot by Russell, no good.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Giddey with it. Clowney pulls it in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
The 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Nets lead by 7. For Chicago, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Russell to pass to Thomas. Back to Russell. Johnson a screen on Ball. The kick out to Johnson. From downtown, that shot's good. Russell making the play.
3 points.
Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Back to Russell. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Russell to pass to Melton. Shakes him. And the layup is up and in. And so here is Chicago. They trail by 6. The shot by Buzel is no good. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Thomas. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Clock at 6. Fires from way outside. This one belongs to Brooklyn. This was a hard-fought, well-earned. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the deal with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out
Bears. matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Rizachet. Young from outside. The offensive rebound. It's tipped. Stolen by Ball. All by himself. A finish. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Lonzo's instincts on the defensive end paying off there. Just able to stay long and get that steal to start the break.
Pass to Daniel. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. There's Ball with the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Ball from long range. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Some gamesmanship now as Ball saw 1 3 go. He said, I'll get one back on you.
Over to the wing. Here's Rizachet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Herter from deep three-point land. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, we talk about some expanded range. Herter's got some himself.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And here's Young from the arc. Ball with the rebound. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-3 run. That's at 5. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Rizachet wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
I think he gets as much talk, not just about his shot selection, but his playmaking.
There's Ball with the 3. He can't hit that time. The Hawks trail by 8. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan's perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. To the wing right side. Here's Dosunmu. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. A minute 20 left to play here in the first. Wide open. And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got 7 points. The Bulls leading by 4. Vucevic setting the pick for Herter. No good on the 3. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Young in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
And Herter gets it to go.
Well, that's who Herter is outside on the perimeter, a confident long-range shooter.
Young taking his time here. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the 3 off target.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
No one near Herder as he lets it fly. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Johnson outside. Fires from deep. Taps in, coming off the assist from Young.
Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Buzella sets a screen for Ball. No problem knocking that one down. He's got 11.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
It's been all about Lonzo Ball. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Buzella's out there with Vucevic. Then there's Dosumu, then it's Ball, and it's Herder in at the two guard. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. Ball finds Dosumu. Fires for three. Here's Vucevic. From downtown, Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bulls. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in the position where they need to start over.
Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Johnson, a wide open look. Atlanta again missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
From deep, Herder. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the three ball is good. Daniels has got 10 points in the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
There's Ball with the three. Atlanta with the rebound. Young for three. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to go on Buzelis.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It feels like every season, Brett, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace. Although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Here's Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Herder kicks the ball. Shoots from the corner. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Young pass to Okongwu. Johnson outside. Wide open shot is on the money. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And I tell you what, Ball has proven to be a threat to score whenever he has it. When he's feeling it, boy, the D is
going to be in for a long night.
But sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Yes, it's a fall. The bucket from Herter.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
After Rizichet unloads from 13. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And here's Herter outside. And the Bulls, another three.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Shot's good from Young.
I don't know if any shot's a good shot, but Trae Young willing to take any shot he gets.
The Bulls leading by 8. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Herter, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Young with no one around. And it falls over the rim and in. Young's got 9. Bulls shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. Pass to Vucevic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. It's time now to go. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Karis LeVert is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Krejci in at the 3 slot. LeVert from outside. It's good from long range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Phillips. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks trail by 6. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
LeVert the pass to Krejci. Over Collins. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And so it's Terry bringing it up for Chicago. Pulls it from 20. Stole it. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Mann with it. And Terry picks him up defensively.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
Chicago leading by 6. Terry outside. Back to Giddey. Williams passes to Phillips. Fires away from outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Williams, a screen on LeVert. Giddey, no one around him. And another miss by Chicago. Here's Krejci, still without a basket. Capella, the pass to Mann. Now LeVert. Here's Capella, pass to Krejci for the tie. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Phillips. And again, no good by Chicago. The Hawks trail by 3. LeVert with it. Collins grabs the miss.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Williams can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
2 minutes.
Shot from the wing. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Bulls leading by 3. 1:46 left in the third. It's picked off. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Krejci. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Krejci's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Oh, Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Giddey. Nice spin off the left rim and in. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
For the lead, Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Baseline try. Mann can't hit.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Phillips. The rebound by Niang.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Fast break, Chicago. Here's Phillips. 5 points in the game. Picked by Williams. Takes a 3. That shot, no good. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Hawks on top as they end the third. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Kevin Huerter. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. On its way from Young for 2. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. And the Hawks lead by 6.
That's Trae Young's role out there to score and score often.
Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Dosunmu. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Okongwu with a screen on Vucevic. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
I'd like to see that from Trae, directing traffic, getting a good result there on the pick and roll.
Here's Buzelis. Oh, good with the triple. The Hawks leading by 6. And here's Johnson outside. Hands it from downtown.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Young. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now an 11-point Hawks lead.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
You start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Another three for Atlanta.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
Didn't think that was going to go in. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They've led by as many as 14 points. Shoots over ball. Young, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
They get it again. Here's Vucevic. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team.
2 minutes.
Shot from the top of the key. Back to Young. Puts up a deep three. Another three for Atlanta.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can.
Off the floor and is right there.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for the Hawks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Buzelis with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Johnson over to help. Dosunmu, the pass to ball. On the wing, Dosunmu. And stolen by Okongwu. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. And here's Young. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Herter. And so the Hawks take the win. A solid RIDA. Thanks again. Thank you for joining us.
rebounding, Doris.
You know, there was a point at which, BA, it felt like rebounding was almost, especially on the offensive end, de-emphasized. Now you're getting back to a point where understanding dominating the defensive backboards. It means finishing your possession defensively and offensively creating more opportunity. It's an important aspect on both ends.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trey Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Shea in at the small forward position.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Shea will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Williams finds Russell beyond the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Inside. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Russell from outside drains the triple.
Well, this is the go-to shot for D'Angelo Russell. The rise and fire off the dribble.
Johnson with a bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Here's Thomas, and that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
On the wing, Daniels. Carries it down low.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
Pass to Johnson from deep. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Young. Here's Daniels. And stolen by Claxton. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Young with the bucket.
And the defense really has no chance when Young gets in space. He's just too skilled.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. And a change for the Hawks. Capella's checked in. In transition, here they come. Young finds Capella. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Russell.
And just so active for his size. Capella is hard to guard.
Melton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Capella hits them both. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. The three from Russell. No good. That's his third miss out of 5 attempts. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Here's Rizachet. Fires for three. They get it again. Outside Young. Pass to Johnson. Lets the three fly. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
And Brooklyn with possession here, following the score by Atlanta. The shot by Russell, no good. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter here. Nets trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. From deep, Melton. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. The Hawks lead by 5. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Melton. Pass to Clowney. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Melton passes to Williams. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And so he hits the technical free throw. Atlanta on D. 6-point lead. Gets the 3 to fall.
The D a little bit too concerned about the ball going inside on the inbound play. They forgot to guard that perimeter.
And here's Young. Down low. Cuts off the pass. From deep, Melton. No good that time.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing...
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Atlanta on top, up 3. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
We've got Sharp. Johnson is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Williams, and it's Clowney in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Sharp uses the glass on the layup.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Rizachet. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Daniels. Launches it. Fires in the triple. Daniels has got 7 points. And every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league.
They set the screen. Here's Williams. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Yeah, great timing on the denial by Capella. Able to get a piece of the ball on that one.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Drops in the 3. 9 points in the game.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
LeVert outside. Lets it go from deep. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And Russell's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 3. Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, BA, is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Here's the pick. Russell from outside. Rebounded by Johnson.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Johnson, he's checked in for Clowney. Melton comes in for Williams. Thomas, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Martin in for Russell. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Sharp passes to Johnson. There's a screen. Back to Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The kick out to Johnson. Capella against Thomas. Pass to Daniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. The first free throw is good. Brooklyn making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Young, he's checked in for LeVert. Martin, the pass to Melton. There's the 3. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor. Atlanta leading by 6. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Daniels. Young looking for an opening. There's the triple. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
Yeah, Trey Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Martin, the pass to Claxton. It's good.
Gotta show more strength on the low block to keep him out of position.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
Martin against Young. Back to Daniels. Fires top of the key. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Daniels misses. Nets trail by 9. Here's Thomas, who poked away. In transition, here they come. There's Young with the 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They have a nice 9-point cushion. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Get ready for the Fed half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And the Nets shooting only 42%. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Rizachet. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Bufkin in at the point.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
Russell to pass to Williams. Off target at the rim. The Hawks lead by 9. Here's LeVert. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
Krejci from outside, off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The kick out to Johnson. Going inside, outside, Williams. Sinks the tray. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Pass to Niang. Claxton with the block. The 3 from Russell. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor. This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between, dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Okongwu, a screen on Russell. LeVert up top, guarded by Russell. Niang up top. LeVert goes against Russell. The shot by LeVert, no good.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Williams on the wing. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Here's LeVert. Niang outside. And here's Okongwu. Here's Krejci. No made baskets yet. Shot clock at 6. Man misses. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. Here's Williams. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. Some changes for Brooklyn. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Clowney comes in for Johnson. And it's Melton in for Russell. Atlanta leading by 6. Stolen by Melton. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Melton's got 7 points in the game.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Here's Krejci. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Here's Thomas.
And that one is stuffed right through. Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Williams. And a change for the Hawks. Nance, he's checked in for Gogo. The kick out to Nance. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Nance with a screen on Thomas. Wide open look. And it's Krejci missing. And it's Brooklyn ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. From the right block. Claxton up top. He's guarded by Nance. Here's Thomas. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Larry Nance picks one up. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, B.A., what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
From deep, Melton. The rebound by Krejci.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Young way outside. Rebound Brooklyn. From deep, Melton. Nance pulls down the board. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's man. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Going dunk for dunk. It's an aerial display.
Hey, and we may get another one this next trip up the floor. Niang outside. From behind the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Niang's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Atlanta on top, up 2. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Johnson, D'Anthony Melton out there with Sharp, and it's Whitehead in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Young against Melton. Johnson passes to Melton. The three is up. Buries it from 3. And the Nets lead by 1.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Young against Melton. Right side Young. Picked up by Okongwu. Daniels misses. And for the Nets, they're shooting the rock well at 46%. And he gets it to go. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
A good look from Johnson. Tails the wide open jumper.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Melton attacking. And he converts the layup.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Daniels. Jacks up a 3. Clowney pulls it in. Clowney's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Some changes for Brooklyn. Williams is checked in for Johnson. Thomas comes in for Whitehead. And Russell is subbed in for Melton. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Sharp.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Young against Russell. Thomas with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Williams' shot is good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And there's a 3-second violation. Johnson, he's checked in for Sharp. And a change for the Hawks. Capella's checked in. Hawks trail by 7. Stolen by Russell. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
At the line.
Free throw is good from Russell. Whitehead, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Melton comes in for Thomas. Levert's checked in for the Hawks. And the Nets with possession here. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Basket's good.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Stolen by Russell. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Whitehead. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Hawks trail by 13. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. They get the rebound. Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
Johnson with a bucket.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Daniels. 4-3. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And then Russell with the dunk.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play. What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And that one's good.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
The shot by Russell, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And that sends Jalen Johnson to the free throw line. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson. Russell from outside. Another miss by Russell. Hawks trail by 9. Levert goes in. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
How about that authority from Mr. Karis LeVert? Go ahead, sir.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as many as 14. Melton outside. Here's Whitehead. 5 to shoot. Here's Clowney. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Johnson for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra.
Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Kevin Huerter is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3. Now, here's Ball. 5 to shoot. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And how about the patience from Buzelis and the body control? He doesn't rush through that play.
Ball against Russell. Pass to Claxton, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now off the inbound, here's Russell. Williams trying to break free. Russell with a terrific move in the basket.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
A 3-ball. Excellent D there from Ball. Now the Bulls with it. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Buzelis.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Huerter.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bulls shooting their first free throw this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what Buzelis brings to the floor.
And really deep three that time.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. 5 on the clock. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Here's Claxton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton.
Next, number 20, Aaron Sharp.
Bulls leading by 5. Outside, Ball. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Brooklyn's gone 0-4 from 3-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Pass to Sharp. Now Johnson. Lets it go. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. And the Bulls with another miss. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 3. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And Huerter gets it to go. The Nets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And Thomas, here we go. It's rebounded by Huerter.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Back to Ball. basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
The Nets making a switch here. Clowney's checked in. Here's Clowney. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now, here's Ball.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Ball. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Bruzelis out there with Smith. Then it's Dosumu. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Giddey in at the 1. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Clowney. Here's Melton. Nets passing it around. The second chance effort. Sharp with it. That's short off the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Smith with the stuff.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Whitehead. Off target with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Clowney. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Smith the pass to Giddey. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Offline with his 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Pass to Smith. Now Bruzelis lets it go with the 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Bruzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Giddey. Hasn't made one yet. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Claxton the pass to Russell. Johnson outside. to Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. This one for three. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group. It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Smith, no luck. Nets trail by 7. And Thomas, here we go. There's Russell with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach. Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Smith with a wide open look. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Pass to Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Russell. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Russell's got 6.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Buzelis, no one around him. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
A 3 ball.
Got it! Oh, amazing! Perfect timing there.
And that 3 makes things just a little more.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to second quarter. And get ready for the Fed half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Matas Buzelis.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
We've got Sharp. DeAnthony Melton out there with Thomas. Then it's Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Traps in the tray. Giddey's got 8 points.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Collins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp, and it's Whitehead in for Thomas. Giddy the pass to Horton Tucker. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team seconds.
Now here's Giddy. He's got 8, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nick Claxton. Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Giddy kicks to Collins. Russell with it. Defended by Giddy. Williams with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Wants to get it to Melton and does. For the lead. Sharp, the pass to Melton. Back to Sharp. Pass to Melton. Outside, Russell. Takes a 3. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Russell against Ball. Now, here's Melton. T right on him. Over Terry. Chicago grabs the miss. 3-on-3. Here's Phillips. He has yet to score.
3.
And Sharp has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark. And stolen by Williams.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Chicago to start the 4th. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Ball. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward position. Can't cash in from close range. Bulls trail by 3. Puts up a 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And Buzelis is in a rhythm now. He's playing to his strengths and taking what is offered from the defense.
Johnson, the pass to Whitehead. There's the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Buzelis. The tray. Oh, they get it back. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Back to Ball. Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. To the inside. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Over to the left wing. And he drives in. The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Whitehead passes to Wilson. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitutions for your Nets. Cameron Johnson. Zaire Williams. Cameron Thomas. D'Angelo Russell.
Pass to Williams. Russell sets a screen for Williams. And there's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Some changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for Buzelis. And Talen Horton-Tucker subbed in for Dosunmu. Johnson can't hit. Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And Vucevic throws it down.
Look at that shot. Vucevic not afraid to carry the weight, so to speak. And
wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind? No. Johnson down low, and a slam by Williams.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
Pass to Clowney. Fires from deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Huerter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Russell against Ball. And here is Williams. Now here's Huerter. Williams a screen. Floats it up for Williams. 4 on the clock. Yes!
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Russell. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
No
he didn't. I mean, Russell with the savage move there. Game on the line.
Ball finds Herter. Back to Ball. The kick out to Williams. Here's Vucevic. Good!
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in game.
Knocks down the trifecta.
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth.
It's the quickness of ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
Second personal foul. Team second.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead. Here's Russell. Money!
And guys, he saw his chance to camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And I think they've got enough time to try and get the ball inside. And unless they get a wide open look on the perimeter, that should be what the focus is. Even if you miss at the rim, you've got a good chance to maybe try and draw a foul.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous.
teams have in common. They are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
There's Ball with a 3. On target from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
White for 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Daniels. No good on the 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
Now here's Young. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out, it's back to the basics, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. From deep, Johnson. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Buzelis. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists in the game.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Daniels, that one's true.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Pass the ball. The 3. The shot, no good. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Risacher. Johnson inside, and here's Okongwu over Vucevic. Can't nail the jumper.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
White for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. White's got 6 points.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
To the paint. Vucevic with a steal. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Vucevic. Give him 8.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall. Pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Bulls leading by 9. RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
Now here's Okongwu. Young from long range. The shot that time not on target. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. White for 3. Rebounded by Daniels. And for Atlanta, they're shooting 33% in the first quarter. The 3 from Risacher. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's what Risacher is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Pass to Buzelis. Lets it fly. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
There's Young with the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Ball outside. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Young way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Ball will bring it up here for Chicago. 6-point game. From the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 9.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Chicago ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risache in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department, and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Johnson a screen on ball. Young from long range, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Good chance here for Ball. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. Here's Buzelis. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Very encouraging to see Buzelis just going off offensively. This rookie is certainly feeling himself right now, and I love it.
Here's Young, plenty of space. Well, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Bulls leading by 6. Herter from long range. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Dosunmu. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Daniels, and the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. Chicago's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Ball with it. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Ball's got 9 points.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Young way outside. They can't stop the run with that one.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Won't go, and that makes him 5 for 8. Ball passes to Herter. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Young looking over the floor. This one for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Young way outside. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
You can count on Vucevic to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
Chicago with the ball. Big time run continues here. 16-0. Shutting it down. Dosunmu can't hit. Hawks trail by 17. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the contest. There's 53 seconds left in the second period. It's stolen by Johnson. On the wing, Daniels. The three is up. Chicago with a rebound. Ball's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Shoots over Johnson. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by Ball. Buzelis has got 15 points.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
And here's Chicago. They're on an 18-3 run. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And the Hawks shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Takes the three. And it's Chicago with a board. It's stolen by Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. Oh, wow. Did he?
That's
he
just,
did.
Yes,
wow.
yes, he did that. We all witnessed that.
And so it's Chicago looking in total control with this 17-point advantage. As thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hawks trail by 17. On the court for Chicago, we've got Zach Collins. Williams is out there with Taylor Horton-Tucker. And it's Josh Giddey. And it's Terry in at the 2-guard spot.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Giddey against LeVert. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls leading by 15. What's impressive about Karis LeVert, he's played a lot of different roles, Richard.
From averaging 20 points a game to more of a complimentary scorer. Look, LeVert has been a starter. He's come off the bench. He has thrived in any assignment you give him.
LeVert passes to Capella. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Giddey. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Capella slams it down.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
Collins a screen. Fires the three. Capella with a rebound.
Garrison Matthews. His first.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Giddey. Banked it in off the glass.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Outside Horton-Tucker. He's got a piece of it. Outside, Williams. Puts up a three. Counted from distance. Horton-Tucker's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Pass to Matthews. For 3. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And so it's Collins who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Here's Williams. And it's Niang with a rebound.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver it.
LeVert, that's good.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Bulls leading by 15. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Williams from long range. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. The 3-ball. Man, misses. The Bulls have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. They get it back. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's LeVert. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Atlanta shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Team second.
Free throw good, LeVert.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
2 minutes
From Pete Giddy. And it's Niang with the rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
From outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Williams from long range. Connects from downtown. And the Bulls lead by 14.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Horton Tucker. Knocks it down from distance. Horton Tucker's got 6 points in the quarter.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Here's LeVert. That's short off the rim. Outside Horton Tucker. Giddy against LeVert. Outside Williams. Second chance shot. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
LeVert outside, and he drives in. Niang up top, deflects the pass. Horton Tucker with it, and it's man picking him up. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. Williams has got 7 points.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points. Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
Atlanta shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Terry. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddy. Terry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's LeVert for 3. That shot is off. Outside Horton Tucker. Pass to Terry. Fires from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Chicago leading by 21. Risachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
DeSumo on the wing. Fades away. The kick out to Ball. Launches a 3. The shot by Buzel is no good. The Hawks shooting 40% so far in this one. Here's Risachet. Again, Atlanta.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Ball surveys the floor. Hits the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Daniels, that one's true.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Out to the right wing. Here's Buzelis. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. DeSumo for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Young. Pass to Rizache. Let's go with a three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Dosunmu, guarded by Okongwu. Fader on the way. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And he lobs it up. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
You want to take away the shooting of Young, but in the pick and roll, Trey can dish it effectively.
Ball outside. Ooh, the turnaround jumper, count it. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's got a ton of momentum and showing no signs of slowing down.
From about 16, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And the defense has to be more aware, or else Young will stick them from the mid-range every time.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 14. Down low. Outside White. Pass to Buzelis. Johnson on the wing. He's covered by Dosunmu. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Ball passes to White. He drops it from range. And the Bulls lead by 15.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Bulls.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Lonzo Ball.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Young from long range knocks down the long J. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Vucevic finds White. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 14. Here's Johnson. Blocked!
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Young from long range. And it's cleared by Vucevic. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. The shot by Buzelis is no good. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Young. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
Pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
So the next starting 5. We've got Russell, Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. Then it's Johnson, and it's Thomas in at the 2-guard spot.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Richichet is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Here's Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting from just about anywhere.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. In the corner, it's Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Johnson. All alone. And all around in that time before dropping in.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
To the paint, here's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, here's Johnson. Back to Capella. Pass to Johnson. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Just 4 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's Richichet missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Claxton. Outside for Thomas. Outside, Russell. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Young dishes to Johnson. Capella, the pass to Daniels. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
15 seconds.
So it's Atlanta now, trailing by 4. And that one's good. Daniels.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's stolen by Capella. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And Young kicks to Daniels. Claxton with the steal. Johnson dishes to Williams. Back to Johnson. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Johnson, the pass to Capella. And the rejection by Claxton. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Williams. Releases. That one wide left. Then is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
I like the movement from the rookie, Zachary Richichet.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Richichet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Now, here is Young. Johnson, a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
And this kid, Richichet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And the Hawks with possession here, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
The Hawks leading by 3. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Russell from long range. Takes the 3. Johnson can't hit.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Atlanta. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Daniels, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Daniels has got 5.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Clowney, good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Now, here is Young. And he misses his first shot.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there. And
Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Johnson. He's out there with the Anthony Melt. Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. Pass to Rizachet. Hits it from three-point range. 10 points for him.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Rizachet can really do damage from the perimeter.
They get it back. Johnson outside. Young from outside. The putback. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Nets trail by 6. Johnson kicks to Melton. On the wing, Melton. Nets passing it around. And Johnson with the stuff.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Young dishes to Okongwu. Kicks it out to Johnson. To the middle. And the rejection by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Claxton. Hawks making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Fires the 3. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Okongwu. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks. LeVert with a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Over in the corner, Williams lets the 3 fly. Here's Claxton. Pass to Clowney. The kick out to Williams. Melton feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 3. Here's Clowney. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And LeVert, here we go. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Here's Here's Ricochet. He's guarded by Williams. And Anthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Sharp comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for D'Anthony Melton. On defense, the Nets, 6-point game. Three-pointer, LeVert. Brooklyn with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Clowney. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And you can tell Ricochet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Pass to Ricochet. Shakes him. LeVert in the corner. Johnson right side. Just 5 on the clock. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
And the basket is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
LeVert finds Okongwu. The open shot, LeVert. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams with a clean look and a miss there on the triple. The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Daniels, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. He was all alone on that one. Johnson's got 5.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Kept alive. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Aston Yang shoots over Johnson. Offensive rebound, Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Atlanta, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
It's stolen by Capella. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Clint Capella is out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 3, the small forward.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on that one.
2 shots.
And he sinks the 2nd. Nets trail by 5. Off the inbound. Here's Russell. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
LeVert against Russell. Levert the pass to man. Here's Krejci. Fires from 18. Johnson with the rebound. Pass to Whitehead. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Right side, Thomas. Here he goes for the tie. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Whitehead.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
From range, Levert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Krejci. That one's good from the corner. And the Hawks lead by 4.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunity. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Young's checked in for Karis LeVert. And then for Brooklyn, Aaron Sharp. He's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's D'Anthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. Here's Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Nets trail by 4. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here's Melton. That one drops for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Aston Yang on the wing, man. No good from outside. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's now only a 1-point Atlanta lead.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And here is Capella, defended by Sharp. Nance is checked in for Atlanta. And the Nets making a change here as well. Bonnie's checked in. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Shoots. The Hawks again can't hit.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp, and it's Williams in for Whitehead. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Young from outside is hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Clowney driving inside.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Krejci. Claxton with the steal. Pass to Melton. Here's Clowney. Great look, but off the mark. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Good up-tempo play there from Young, firing that shot off before the D could react.
Melton passes to Claxton. Over Nance. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Claxton's got 8 points.
And now he's gone streaking where 1 leads to 2, which leads to 3. That's big trouble for the defense.
Here's Young. Claxton trying to free himself up. Williams with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. With the teardrop, and Thomas with the lay-in. Good. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Net. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Brooklyn leading by 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Williams. Johnson is out there with Russell. Then it's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Here's Young. Johnson kicks to Young. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And that corner 3 isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
3-pointer, Daniels. Pass to Capella. Fires the 3. Johnson dishes to Daniels. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Clowney. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. 3-pointer, Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Williams, that's for 2. Pass to Clowney. Young against Russell. Here's Clowney. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Wound up there for Johnson.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Hawks making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. The Nets making a switch here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. He had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. Needs more production from the outside.
Thanks, David. And it's Risa Shea missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it.
Okongwu's checked in for Capella. And the Nets also making a change. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. It's Russell with the drive. Here's Sharp. Kept alive. Jacks up a 3. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Williams.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
3-pointer, Daniels. For rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Williams. It's stolen by Johnson. Down low. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Johnson, good.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at that. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And no good. Good D by Williams. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Short. That's good. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for LeVert. bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They get it back. Capella, the pass to Daniels. Melton with the steal. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Melton, good on the three-point shot. Melton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Here's the three. And Clowney can't get it to go. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter.
And boy, you have to be impressed with LeVert's composure in the clutch. That kind of confidence will take you a long way. Nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
Young finds Johnson and slam dunk by Johnson.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Pass to Clowney. On the wing, Johnson misses the three. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Three-pointer, Daniels connects from downtown.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Melton passes to Claxton. Here's Clowney. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And they go to the intentional foul.
Team starter. At the line for your Hawks.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.